could see your head moving around there. Woo!
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Suburban Echo, my new show. We are your hosts. My name is Andy,
I'm Jen.
and we're here to talk about what? Just in general. What are we?
We are. Good question. Things in our lives that might interest people, things in the news that might interest people, anything and everything, really. I don't think anything's really off topic.
No, I think this is an opportunity for us to share some of the discussions that we have, which I've always found quite interesting. Sometimes we get into the debates, the wife and I, and I've always felt like, we have our own perspective. There's also always different perspectives out there. We try to challenge each other on how we view things. Definitely. And try to learn and grow. As a married couple, I think a lot of married couples do that. I think a lot of married couples, have these discussions, and maybe I think they feel somewhat, disconnected.
Yeah.
Maybe they feel like they're, out there by themselves. So maybe, the kind of the thought behind the entire show was, let's just talk. Let's have discussions. Let's react to cats, because that's pretty fun.
Who doesn't love cats, right?
There's some pretty awesome cat videos out there. And that's kind of what the intent of the show is, and that's kind of what we're going to do. I guess a little bit about myself. I don't know. Do we want to go into that? I don't know. I
don't know. You really thought that out, and I'm just like,
I
hey,
did not
we're
know.
here to
I'm
talk. I don't know.
I'm just shooting from the hip right now. No, actually, we do have some show notes that we're going to go off.
We do. We actually prepared a little bit.
We did do some preparation. We got some topics that we're going to talk about. Some things that we've learned. Talk about animals and cats and all that kind of stuff. Maybe a couple rants, because there's one or two things that that I see happen a lot on social media. That just I don't know. It frustrates me, and so maybe a couple rants.
But you love social media.
Yes, I love people, and basically topical news and maybe some.
But not Will Smith.
No. But this show will slap harder than that, I promise. And then maybe talk about some music. Got some new vinyl in that I've been itching to open. I've been actually holding off on it so that we can open it.
For like 2 weeks. And
no, it's longer than that, 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
I got a pile of vinyl that I want to open. It's been sitting for a while, and I'd really like to listen to it. But I really wanted to open it up and be like, "Yeah, look at this."
What he
cool.
means is that he really wants all of us to listen to it.
No, I just want you to see how cool it is, and then you're like, "Oh man, I gotta listen to that because the vinyl is so cool," and that's okay.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
So
all right.
And then a reaction video of something that I saw recently. That it just made me like. Whoa, dude.
Oh my god.
All right. So do it. Do the show. Go.
It's me first.
Yes. Go.
So, there's a whole subreddit Today I Learned, which is fun because you learn things that you might or might not know. They might be relevant to your life. They might not be relevant to your life.
Right.
So someone on Facebook posted something about, and I found this interesting because I'm very short, about average heights in different countries.
Okay.
So what do you think would be the country with the tallest height for men?
Sweden?
The Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah. Did you know the average male there is 6 and around 6'1"?
6'1". That's really interesting.
According to Google and my research on that, 6'1".
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like the average man in America, like average white male is like 5'10".
Yes, that's that's fairly typical. And then you have, I guess, have other countries which have a slightly shorter. So I guess the world average is what, like 5'10" ish.
Probably.
I think it comes out to like 5'9", something like that.
In Indonesia, the average man is only 5'4".
Oh, wow.
Yes. But in Denmark, the average woman is 5'11", which I can't imagine, y'all. I'm like 5'3". That's what I say. Whether or not I'm actually 5'3", probably depends on my shoes. Um, I pretend. But then in Indonesia, the women are only 5 foot.
That's
So-
interesting, the differences.
I know. And it's, I don't know if there's really any good rhyme or reason for that.
Well, there probably is.
I mean, genetics, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting because all these people were saying how tall they were, and I'm like, oh God, I'm short. Like,
No, it just happened to be at that time of the day is when that country was awake, and they're posting on the Reddit. No, ha, ha, ha.
I am 6'7". Oh, okay, well. No, when I met one of the tallest people I think I've met was probably Jared Padalecki. He's like 6'4" or something like that, and that guy was tall.
Tall, yeah.
The picture of me and him and everyone else, he towers over everyone. If you don't know who Jared Padalecki is, Supernatural, Walker, cool shows. Check them out if you haven't already. Winchester Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that was my facts. Like I just thought it was interesting because, like, almost 6'1" as average.
That
like,
seems.
I'd be a Mitch over there.
Well, so as average, the funny thing is, here in the U.S., right? An average door frame I think is 7 foot. It's like rough. I don't know, 3 feet by 7 feet. I think. Just imagine like if you're on the upper end of average over there, you got to duck through the door every single time you come through it, or do they just have really tall doors?
Maybe they have really. Oh, maybe they've.
So have they changed all their building?
Yeah, like their standards.
Yeah. So in the U.S., right, countertop height is 36 inches.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Do they just hunch over because they're going with the rest of the
Maybe
world?
that's why they have the modern stuff over there. Maybe everything's taller and better and
It has
sleeker.
to be. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I never thought about that. I didn't think about that when I was looking at that.
but see, it's also interesting, and I don't know if I want. Well, I'm trying to think about it as I talk about it, but being 6'1", that's a bigger frame. Typically, you have to eat more, right?
Yeah.
If you have a bit larger frame, but they also, I don't know the statistics, but I'd imagine, but they also seem fairly healthy over there.
They do. And
So it'd be
both
really
very
interesting.
healthy countries.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting to see, like, what that's something that we can look into. I'm kind of interested now that you've said, that today I learned. But what's the the typical food meal consistency like, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Just because bigger country, here in the United States, it's not great.
Yeah. But, I'm like, I need to lose weight, and I'm so sad, and I need to work out. But you know what? I'm just going to comfort myself with mac and cheese right now. Because that's how it works, right, y'all? Yeah, that's how it works.
It does. Been there, done that.
Those were really my cool facts. But, I mean, you've been going to the gym, and you've been eating better, so that's pretty awesome.
Yes, that is a complete struggle, though. So I mean, I can absolutely talk about that. I don't think anybody wants to hear it, but yes, it's difficult. Obviously, there are a lot of different thoughts on it. Some from the folks that are really into fitness, and the folks that aren't necessarily not into fitness. It's just that it's not a part of their lifestyle. Getting older, as I am. It was one of those things that I couldn't afford to ignore. I used to be pretty fit in the past, and then, I don't know.
I mean, things change over, like, the 14 years we've been together.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. A long time. And things have changed. We've both grown in different ways. I've gotten really wide, and I'm trying to work on that. But no, it's difficult because, it's a journey of one's self as you're trying to, I mean, it's mind and body, really. It's difficult trying to put yourself in a caloric deficit if you want to lose weight. it's difficult, and your mind is so strong. It's like,
Mac
no.
and cheese, mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
it's like, no, we could really get into a famine like tonight, so let's go ahead and make sure we're prepared for that, guys.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, but then, you try to look at how am I going to eat and how is the rest of the family going to eat too?
Right.
Because, yeah, I mean, we can buy lots of extra food, but I don't know about you guys, but with the rising food prices right now, gosh, it's been really difficult.
Especially when you have little kids who won't eat exactly what you eat too.
Yeah, so it's really difficult, and I feel like a lot of people experience that. That they want their kids and themselves to eat a lot better, but sometimes it's just so difficult trying to instill that, but B, make it to where it's not weird. It's like, oh, hey, you try to force the kids to eat the vegetables, and that doesn't work. Then you make them, I don't know, you build up this thing in their head young where now you're angry, not necessarily angry at them, but they kind of perceive it as that if you try to force them to eat these things, and
Right.
then they grow up with these bad ideas of what food actually is, and
That's a whole nother topic.
that is a whole nother topic. And I
like
think
we could have an entire show about that.
and I think we probably should.
Right.
And at some point, I think we could actually have a guest on here that I know, who has done, his masters on nutrition and goals and all of these kind of things, and maybe we can have a guest on at some point. I think it'd be really interesting to talk about these topics,
Think it
but
would
that's
be.
kind of what the point of our show is.
Right.
These are discussions that we have, where we're just hashing it out. We're trying to figure it out just like everybody else. I don't necessarily think, sure, somebody has the answer, and it's probably very clinical and textbook, and it's in some DSM or whatever it is, and here's the answer. But does that really apply to everyday life?
No.
That we have to, wake up, get through life, and go to bed, and hopefully repeat it the next day?
I love how you threw the hopefully repeated.
Well,
I mean, I know nothing's guaranteed, but
some days, I'm surprised. I wake up and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Well, one more shot.
okay, she woke me up again today. No, like we had hobbies and interests on there, so I mean,
Yeah.
so I figured that would be a good segue into, because you mentioned it, so thought it might be.
Oh,
'cause-
working out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
The hobby.
yeah,
Well, I guess it is a hobby. It's
or an interest. I mean, I don't know.
well, yeah. So I guess getting back to it, it's just been difficult.
But I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And to me, I think in you can, or I have read and watched lots of videos on nutrition and all these kind of things, and there's really no one set way to do it. It's kind of, there are best practices, sure, and I think if you kind of follow those best practices, you may have a little bit more success in it than if you follow the cucumber skin diet. I don't know. That just sounds horrible.
That sounds awful.
It does sound awful, but I'm pretty sure that was one of them. No, I'm
I'm not shocked by
quite-
that.
there was
So
well, but yes, the point is that I am trying to take a holistic approach where I'm trying to eat better and exercise. There are folks that don't want to exercise. You don't have to exercise to get in shape, or to lose weight, because what's the statistic? 90% of, I guess, weight loss is in the kitchen, and 10%, I don't know, maybe it's 85-15, something like that. But I mean, really, you can lose weight without having to work out. But to me, that's difficult. That's it. Well, but then you go to the gym, you work out, then you're like, okay, well, I just worked out, I earned my meal, and then you eat more. So then it's kind of like, well, crap. How much work does it take to outwork a bad diet? Well, the answer to that's no, but
Right.
you can't. But it's those things that our mind keeps messing with and playing with us, so it's just a struggle. The hardest thing for me, I will say, is that it's a day-to-day and a long-term thing. It's not like I've got a goal and it's not realistic that I'm going to accomplish that goal in a week. It's probably not realistic for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Maybe it's a year and a half, 2 years. But I think at the end of the day, as long as I remind myself that the amount of struggle it is over that duration, it's worth it. So even though it takes a long time to do it, the result is going to be good. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's trying to change lifestyles is difficult.
It is. How long does it take something to become a habit?
I think they said if you do something for like 3 weeks,
3 weeks,
it becomes a habit.
I ate mac and cheese every day for 3 weeks. No, just kidding.
You turn into a mac and cheese.
I would. No, that's one of our children in pizza.
Oh yeah, he loves the pizzas.
I'm surprised he's not a slice of pizza. Although he was for Halloween one year.
He was. We did get him.
He was a slice of pizza.
He was a slice of pizza. When we saw that, we knew exactly what he was gonna wear. That is kind of funny.
Only our kids. I don't know. Okay. That was good. You bring up very good points about, and that was an interesting lead-in because you're right. Those countries are very healthy countries versus us.
And maybe this is one of the rants that's an unintended rant for me. And I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. But I feel like a lot of our society, including myself, and I'm not leaving myself out of here, but we've become so accustomed to instant gratification that I think it's changed our way of life significantly over the last couple of decades. Mm-hmm. I would think that, 80 to 100 years ago, you couldn't just go to the package store and pick something up, right? You had to, the whole mail thing, and you sent them money, and at some point your house got delivered.
Right. Yeah, that's wild to think about.
Yeah. So it's just that, and now, well, especially with things that are getting better now post-COVID, and I don't know, maybe we can call it post-COVID. I think we're getting to that point.
I hope so.
Things are getting better. We're returning to the office.
Some of us never left the office.
And, heck, I ordered a piece of equipment for the show here. 2-day shipping. It seems like it's back, right? It'll be, I ordered it yesterday. It'll be here tomorrow.
If it's not Prime or if it's not 2-day, let's be honest, Prime isn't 2-day anymore.
It's getting back to it. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Things are getting back, and I'm like, heck yeah, I can start ordering again. And like, no, don't do that.
See, I've been good, and I haven't ordered a lot of Amazon as of late.
Well, I did it for the show.
Right. Yeah. I've been being good.
No, well, we have to, and I think that the pandemic really kind of showed us. I guess showed me how spoiled I was. I could get whatever I want whenever I wanted it.
Right. And then everything shuts down, and it's like, oh well, this is different.
How does this affect me?
Mm-hmm.
And in all reality, it didn't affect me. Because it was all wants.
Right.
It was thankfully we had our needs met. We were still able to go to the grocery store. We were still able to get groceries and all that kind of stuff. So I'm super thankful of that. But all the miscellaneous stuff. But I think, that was a highlight of it. But I think our generations have really changed in terms of our expectations, and I don't know how good that is.
Right. Well, I sent an email today. I'm like, why haven't they responded? It was like 10 minutes later.
Right.
You know, not everyone's glued to their email all day long.
So this is actually perfect because it kind of goes into one of the rants that I had written down here, and kind of on social media. You always see these memes, right? About back in my day, or this thing, or if you recognize what this is, we can be friends, or Gen Xers, their primary means of communication is email because that's what we grew up with, AOL. Right?
Right.
Right. I mean, so there was a whole entire thing about that, and I guess my rant, I guess I'm kind of getting tired of, and I'm guilty of it, right? I've done it. I think I've probably shared some stuff like that, or I've told stories like that, but I'm getting tired of having the nostalgia glasses on and looking at the past and being like, oh, well, you're from the 80s if you remember these things. Well, who cares? We're living in the present.
Right. I think it's just weird because like this whole Gen Z coming up has kind of felt like they've discovered a lot of things that really like we had. And it's really bizarre. Like, oh my gosh, look at this thing. Well, yeah, we did that when we were kids.
Right. There's a good example. I just remember somebody talking about something like that.
It's like, oh my gosh, did you guys know this? Like, they call yoga pants flared leggings. Like, y'all, they're yoga pants. I mean, they've been around for a very long time, but it's like they just discovered them, and they're the ones that discovered it.
Right.
Well, I lived in those for like 3 years when I was a stay-at-home mom.
Yep. And I get it. The wheel of time, right? Everything is cyclical. Everything is old is new again.
Right.
Same. Well, heck, literally same with vinyl, right? It used to be really big in the 60s, 70s, 80s, right? And then you got 8 tracks and then cassettes and CDs, and we're kind of here back again. And obviously, I'm part of it.
Very guilty.
But it's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating because it's like at this point, I don't associate my identity now with somebody who remembers things from the 80s.
Right.
And I don't know. It seems superficial to me at a certain level. Like, who cares?
Like, if you're cool, you're cool. If you're not, then we're not going to be friends.
Right.
Like, just because we have this one thing in common, oh my gosh, do you remember this? Oh, we're instant friends.
Right. Yeah, and exactly. And my problem also, I guess, and I was trying to think through this before we had our, as we were writing our stuff down. I don't want to be nostalgic of times when, things were not as great as those rose-colored glasses that we're viewing them through. Heck, the 70s and 80s, 80s and late 80s, when we were growing up. I mean, now with the internet is great. We can call out bigots and racists, and it brings that to the forefront so people see it. Back then, it was just accepted.
Right.
That's not okay. So I'm not going to pretend like the 80s was the greatest time just because I remember it fondly. That just happened to be the time when I was my formative years, right?
Right. And I guess I'm kind of like that with the 90s. When someone mentions something that I haven't thought of in years, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But, other than, oh, yeah, I need to look that up, because I'll remember it, but not really.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, you remember slap bracelets, we can be friends. Crap like that. Is it a flex? I don't know, to show that these are the things that I remember.
I don't know. That's interesting. I need to start thinking more about that.
But I see it a lot.
Yeah, I do too. And what's even more interesting is that, there's only like 3 years between me and you.
Right.
But you're technically a Gen Xer.
Yes,
I'm a millennial.
I was at the very end of Gen X.
That sounds so weird in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So yeah, you're at the very tail end.
Yep.
And but your mom's at the tail end of being a boomer, but she's definitely Gen X, like 100%.
Yep.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, who do you think introduced me to Metallica?
Right. I was just having that discussion with someone yesterday. It was our 11-year-old.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, you love Metallica, right? I think I heard Metallica somewhere." I'm like, "No, Dad loves Metallica." And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's Mimi who loves Metallica too, right?"
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, "Yes, Metallica."
And that was when they were really big.
Right, yeah. I mean, I remember Metallica from when I was a kid, you know? But then, I remember things from when I was a kid, like the Berlin Wall coming down.
Yeah.
Not all the great stuff happened, during that time period. There were some really turbulent times.
Absolutely.
The Gulf War. I'm just saying.
Why don't we instead focus on showing how we've grown as individuals to be more open, inclusive, looking at different people's perspectives?
I guess that means that you have to realize you're an adult.
Yeah, and I think that's part of a problem for a lot of people.
I think it is. Because sometimes I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I go, who let me be an adult? Who let me get married? Who let me have kids? I am not an adult. Like, I am not. But then I think I'm almost 40. Yeah, I'm an adult.
Yeah, well, and then how many images or memes out there? I'm done adulting.
Oh, but I mean, I feel that.
Yeah, but
But you can't be done adulting. It's just that moment where it's like, do I really have to be an adult? Yeah, it sucks, but yeah, you do.
yeah, it's
I mean, you can have like an inner temper tantrum. I've definitely done that before.
yeah. I get frustrated. I get frustrated all the time.
But yours is mainly at stupid people.
People are stupid.
That's like 99% of his frustration.
But
in
not
the
all
world.
you guys. I like all y'all.
Yeah, not you guys. Just the stupid people, not the cool people who watch us.
Yeah.
All 5 of you.
Maybe.
For now.
We'll
Maybe.
see. But yeah, it I guess at the end of the day, that was kind of my rant on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, all showing off all these things you remember doesn't make you like,
Special.
yeah, I guess.
Like, because so many people grew up with that.
Yeah, it was so commonplace that
Yeah.
it's like obvious that everybody will recognize this thing if they're from your generation.
Yeah. It's like when people talk
And
about
then-
burning CDs or something.
Well, and then they make fun of younger generations that don't know what it is.
yeah.
See, and I think maybe that's actually the point that gives me the most consternation, is that you ridicule somebody for not knowing something,
Yeah.
and especially
Like, how would they know?
I literally saw a video today. This was prior to our show notes, and it was a young lady, and they were at a gas station, and the guy asked her what she thought those meant. What was 89, 91, and 93, or 87 to 89 and 91, and she had made this connection because nobody had actually ever told her that those were the years they were manufactured. So she actually thought the gas was from 87, 89, and 91.
Oh.
That was the vintage. That's when, she's the older gas or the newer gas.
Aww.
Well, yeah, but to her, that was a connection that, without having been informed of anything,
Right.
she came up with that idea on her own.
It's not a stupid idea.
It's not, absolutely. But then you get the comments where like, how can somebody be so stupid? I'm like, where there is like, I think, no empathy
No.
in this country anymore. I think it's gone. I think that and trying to understand something else. If you would have asked me, what do those numbers mean? And I had no clue what the octane was, I couldn't have come up with maybe that's the years they came from.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have said. I mean, I'm not a car person like someone, but I just know they're different grades of gas. Like,
Yeah.
that's octanes?
Yeah.
Octanes?
Octane, yeah.
Octanes of gas. And that's as much knowledge about gas as I have, and it's flammable.
But going back, though, it's like, why do we...
Like, why is she perceived as stupid for not knowing something?
Yeah, but then when you ask... But in the same... And going back to the gym culture. Oh, man. That's another thing that kind of goes in along with what we're saying. You get... I don't know if it's kids, but people that, if you're overweight and all that kind of stuff, you shouldn't go to the gym. But if you do go to the gym, what are you doing there? But you
It's
should
like so
get
counterintuitive.
but you should go get fit. But how do you
Yeah.
do that? By going to the gym, by being made fun of by going to the gym. It's
Yep.
I don't understand that mentality.
I don't
How
either.
can we ever grow?
Well, it's these people who want to be praised for being these gym rats.
Yeah.
Who then make these videos who, oh my gosh, someone walked out like on my shot. How dare they? Did they
Right.
not realize I was recording? Dude, you're at Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Like really,
Yeah.
you're at Planet Fitness. People are gonna walk around you.
Yeah, absolutely. You
and
don't
then
own
they
the
get
gym.
angry or just making, like you said, making fun of people who aren't fit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're there to get fit.
Yeah, so
They're
so
not
they're damned if they're
19-year-olds,
They're
you
damned if
know.
they're do, and they're damned if they're not.
You
And,
know.
and the thing, with being young, having that metabolism is fantastic. You can eat whatever you want. At least I could when I was a kid. I could eat whatever I want, and I didn't get anything. It wasn't until I did those those habits really caught up with me.
Right.
And but I'm glad I'm not going to say names, but there are individuals out there in the fitness community who are bringing light to these things and saying, hey guys, it's not okay to do this.
Right.
Trying to be a leader and show them, hey, this is how you take care of people,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad that there are folks like that out
I
there.
really enjoy the content like that because, this person's even gone as far as to give people gym memberships several times.
Mhm.
Hey, I saw you lived in this area. I have this buddy who runs this small gym. I'll buy you your membership.
Yep.
These people that are
Because
absolutely
we don't want you to
humiliated.
think that the gym culture is like this.
Yeah.
We all have to do better. And I think you could take that as a macro example and make it, go big, right? Let's say we all should try to mind our own business, I think,
Yes.
and just treat other people better.
Yes.
And I think if we did that, it sounds so simple, stupid, right? Or something. I don't know. Maybe my southern stupid brain is being too simplistic. But it seems like if we just treated people better, maybe that has a ripple effect.
Right.
Maybe everybody treats everybody else a little bit better. I don't know.
I don't know. And I think part of my problem is that I really hate mean people. Like, really, really hate mean people. Because I'm not a mean person.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. I can be mean if necessary, but I try to be nice to every single person that I
Right.
meet all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the southerner in me or if that's just who I am. Like, I haven't figured it out, but you go back and you bother and hurt someone I like, then it's not going to end well for you.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand people not being nice to each other, not having manners, just being rude. Like, I was at the grocery store and this guy was texting. He bought probably $200 worth of groceries. It was packed. There wasn't a bagger. And what did he do? He stood there texting, just looking at his groceries like they were going to bag themselves. Dude, literally, grab a bag, put some groceries in it. It'll take you 2 minutes to help out.
Yeah.
And you're buying it. And that's like people who hate self-checkouts. Well, I don't work at the store. I prefer self-checkout.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk to someone. Let me just go to the self-checkout and I'm done.
Yeah. I can get in and get out.
Done.
I can get in, get out as fast as I want to.
Yeah. I think that mindset's kind of boggling. Well, I don't work there, so I don't want to use the self-checkout. Well, then go somewhere else because Walmart has one lane open at all times these days. And they're like 20 self-checkouts. So pick your battles.
Well, I mean, and I think we could have another whole discussion on this, and I think maybe we should at some point. With our country, I'd almost say, the entirety of the country, basically, the vast majority of us, with that instant gratification, not only do we want it now, but we want it cheap.
Yes.
And if we pay for it cheap enough, well, I mean, I'm not saying to try to say, what am I trying to say? The store or whatever the company is going to make money. I don't know. Somehow we've diverged from, making money and then, having people versus now we're, with it being so cheap, now we're doing the self-checkouts. And I haven't fully formulated how I want that discussion to go, but I think there is a discussion that we can have there.
I'm 100% for that. That's a whole discussion.
Yeah. And, I think absolutely there should be some form of work reform now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this past 2.5 years has clearly highlighted that.
I agree.
So maybe that's maybe we'll delve into that one in the next discussion. One of the things that you guys can help us do is on any of these topics, please feel free to share your thoughts and comments down below.
Yes.
That will help us communicate with what you guys are, and girls. I'm trying to be inclusive, right? Y'all.
Y'all means all.
What y'all think, right? Leave something down there, and then we'd love to have dialogue.
Yeah.
Because
I love hearing other people's opinions on things, even if I don't agree. Like, I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it might make me think you're not smart, but I still want to hear your opinion. Just kidding.
No, we do. Oh, but so I thought now might be a great time to have a little reaction video.
All right, I'm game.
It's one of those things we haven't tried yet with the whole overlay and all that kind of stuff. So I was scrolling through Reddit and I saw this video.
Okay.
And so the question I have.
Okay.
Have you ever been walking, so I guess how I'm trying to frame it to where, never mind. So when you're walking around like an elevator or a escalator or anything like that, what goes through your mind?
So I don't like escalators because I'm always afraid I'm going to fall down them.
Right.
Elevators. So when we go places from vacation and we stay up high and they have the glass elevator, I always think I'm going to fall off the glass elevator and die.
Yep.
So basically they remind me of death. Both of them.
Well, okay, so that's
That's not where you were going, was it?
Maybe. Maybe. Also, though, okay, so whenever I get into an elevator, I clutch my wallet, my phone, and my keys for like dear life.
Uh-oh.
I don't. No, I mean, have you ever thought, holy crap, what happens if I drop my keys?
I've thought about that when I'm going over grates and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess same idea, yeah.
So when I saw this video, and it just reminded me of like I've never dropped my keys, down an elevator shaft or anything like that. But as soon as I saw this video, I'm like, holy crap, that's exactly what that memory feels like. Like, it gives me that, just watching it gives me that little bit of dread, like, oh crap, am I going to drop something? And then you see that
new anxiety. Well, no, that rekindling your anxiety.
Yeah, but when we were kids, we went to, I think it was Six Flags, and the family went on. What was, I don't remember the name of it, but it basically took you up really, really high, and then you go, whew,
oh no,
like that,
good. Yeah.
and, and it just did one of those things. Well, they actually had like a pit underneath it where everybody's keys went.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it was later on that evening. We're getting ready to leave the park, and it's like, oh crap, where are my keys? And this was, oh gosh, late 80s, early 90s. It was so...
You can't unlock it with your phone.
No, I mean, there was no, like, easily calling up. Well, man, you probably could have called a service to come do it. I don't know if AAA was available then or if they even had coverage for AAA or something like that, right? But, so, yeah, we went back to whatever the whoosh ride was, and they're like, oh, yeah, here, they looked up at the board. They had all these keys hanging there. They're like, yep, no, we've already, there's your keys. There you go. Thank you. So, since that time, I've always just had this concern that I'm always going to drop something through that little gap. Like my phone's just going to go whoop, and it's going to be gone.
Forever.
Forever gone.
Never having a phone again?
Well, we did. Well, we did lose a hat one time. Almost lost a hat.
Oh yeah.
Top of Gatlinburg when we went up to the...
Chattanooga. The incline.
The incline, yeah. One of our kids' hats. Whew, Yeah, we were lucky.
Flew right off.
Anyway, so let's see if I hit this button right. All right, so like I said, this came from Reddit, and I want to see what your reaction is, and I'm not going to say anything, okay?
Okay.
And I don't know if there's any audio, but I'll say before I show you this is that they are okay.
Oh my. Okay.
So there's going to be a whole nother dynamic that we can talk about once you actually view this.
Okay.
Let me see if this will work.
Where did they go?
So two buddies, they've been out drinking.
Oh, okay. So there is a story behind this.
Well, yeah. So it's
Wait. Do you know the story?
only is very little.
Okay.
Basically, the too long didn't read was that the two buddies that had gone out drinking, they were going back up to the like a hotel room or something like that, and they survived.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
Okay. Well.
So everything is fine right now, right?
Right.
Okay, we're fine. We're gonna make it because I've been young and dumb. I'm still dumb. I'm just older now. But being young and dumb, I've done absolutely. Hey, we're going to help hold each other up.
Yeah.
And we're going to help each other get to our room. Okay, you hit the button, and then I'll hit the button on the inside. And I missed the button.
But you know what? That is a very flimsy door on the elevator. Oh my gosh, that was my first thought.
Yeah.
Like the first thought was, man, that's a flimsy door. Followed by, did they die?
Did they die? Did they make it? Oh my god. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That one.
That's like twofold right there. I think the elevator
Yeah.
inspector needs to come and look at that door.
Yeah.
I wonder where that was.
I think it was in China somewhere. But yeah, no, they made it, thankfully. But
I don't know.
now
I
I don't have to. Now I've got one more thing to worry about. Am I going to fall?
But you know, there was that whole movie where the people were stuck in the elevator and one of the people was Satan.
Ooh.
That
I
was
don't
a
remember-
really
wait,
intense movie.
What was that? I feel like I know
forget what
that
it was
one.
called, but that was a crazy movie.
That was okay.
Like, really crazy. It was like Shyamalan, almost kind of crazy. Maybe that wasn't. I don't remember.
Don't know.
I don't remember the name of it.
Don't know.
But yeah. Now I'm like, am I going to get stuck on an elevator with Satan?
Well, or you're just gonna fall down the shaft.
You know, either one would be pretty horrible. I'm just
Because
throwing that out there.
so, sweetie, I love you, but you're really clumsy. I really hope that doesn't happen.
Wow. I am pretty clumsy. I am. Thanks. What was that?
Goodbye.
That
I would hate that. Whoa. I'd have to go after you.
You know, I see a pile of vinyl over there that could easily fall off the table.
Oh no.
Exactly. No, I would not do that to your vinyl.
No, it's okay.
I love you too much or something.
But so yeah, I was just scrolling through.
Oh man,
I was scrolling through the Reddits. I saw that and I was like, I gotta share because.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm glad you survived.
New fear, new fear unlocked.
I feel like I'm already not paranoid about everything.
Right.
Okay, so which one do you think this is? Do you know?
No, I don't remember which one this one. Maybe I think I might. It's
Are any of those ones that I ordered?
No,
Oh,
I don't think so.
okay.
I mean, yeah, you probably ordered all of these. I wouldn't order any of these all by myself.
One day we will share the number of his collection.
All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is one of the picture discs that I ordered.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that is pretty.
That's Polygon of Wonderland by King Gizzard.
You
and
know what,
Elizabeth Wizard.
honestly, okay, so here's what's really funny.
What?
I was sitting here and I was going to be like, Polygonagona Land.
Yeah.
Like in my head. And as it turns out, you just opened that up.
There it is. So yeah, I mean, so picture discs. So if you're not into vinyl, yes, technically you can play them, but they're really just for pictures. It's more of a collector thing, and that's why it comes in.
We need to frame that.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I picked it up was because I thought, oh man, it's just the artwork is cool.
It has the guys on the back.
Yep, and then on the back it's got a picture of the band. So
Woo.
I just thought it was really kind of cool. So that's why I picked that one up.
Did you hear my stew boo right then?
Woo! Stu Woo. Stu's one of the lead singer of the band, and he does woos.
That is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, if you were not following.
Yep.
That is like one of his absolute favorite bands.
Yeah, I don't remember which one this one is, but I'm so glad to be able to open these because I've been waiting for a while.
They've just been sitting there, and I'm kind of surprised he didn't open them.
Well, this is how much I care about you guys. I wanted to have some good content for you guys. So
Aww. It's
trying
all
to,
about you
well,
guys.
Well, it's that whole trying to instant gratification. I was trying to wait. I was trying to be good.
Look at you.
I've been trying. Oh, yep, I know what this one is. Oh, come on, get out. Oh, slide out. There we go. This one also is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Shocking.
So this is Made in Timeland.
That one
so
finally came in.
So this one is one of the ones you ordered. This one should be.
Look at me.
It's HD. It's called HD. The Made in Timeland is the album, and they have different variations, different color vinyls and all that kind of stuff. And this one is HD 140283.
Whatever that might be, we're about to find out.
So this one, and I keep all of that. So even though it looks like I just threw it down, this one actually should be red with kind of like black splatter coming outside of it. So that is my hope. Yeah.
Well, that's really pretty. That'd make a cool tattoo. The roses and everything on the front. Ooh.
Oh, come on. That's one of the things I hate about So vinyl, if you don't know, is electrostatic. So it does kind of have some static cleaning. That's why I got some wrappers for them. Come on. There we go.
It's like
Look at
tiger
that.
stripes almost.
What's that?
Tiger stripes almost?
Well, so
I don't know.
It's orange, I guess, with black, yellow, green, and a little bit of bluish and white. Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
I like it.
Yep. And then so I actually have these sleeves and I put them in for storage, and it keeps all the junk out of it and all that kind of stuff.
So if you're a Giz fan, or if you've even heard of Giz, let us know. They're not super popular in the U.S., but they're getting there.
They're getting there.
I think they will be huge one day. Here. Now they're huge in Australia because that's where they're from.
Yeah, they're really big in Australia. They actually just started their North American tour.
Yep.
So they're in California right now.
And they regularly update their Instagram with stuff too, which is really cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This just happened to be coincidental from when I had found these. But this is also a picture disc from Teenage Gizzard. Now, it might be kind of hard to see and focus on, but Teenage Gizzard. There we go. Look at that. Look how cool that is.
I hit my microphone. That is really cool.
Yeah, so I really don't have a whole lot of picture discs. Like I said, they're kind of more of a.
I mean, it says life is cool right there, so.
Life is cool.
Life is cool.
So yeah, awesome. Yeah, picture discs for Teenage Gizzard. And then last but not least, thank you guys for putting up with us as we do this. Now this one is not King Gizzard. This one is another band. This is Fuzz, and this is the Levitation sessions from when they did that. I think that was in 21, but I just recently picked them up. So Fuzz is an American psych band. One of the primary members is Ty Segall, who's been in a lot of bands, and
He's uber large.
Yeah, so I mean he's been in the UOCs. His just Ty Segall. There's quite a few other bands, but Fuzz is I really like Fuzz. Like I said, they're an American psych band, and ended up just getting 2 copies of it. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and open them because
See, we like to have multiple copies of albums because A, variations, but B, I mean, why not? If you can get it, why not? Especially when they have cool variations of disc. And that's the big thing.
And I get it. There are some folks that maybe not be able to afford it. Okay, perspective. Remember, maybe we're in a different place.
Yeah.
And maybe this is exactly how I want to support the band. Maybe I can't get an opportunity to go see them in concert.
This is true.
But maybe I can support them by buying one more copy of their album. Who does it hurt?
Only helps them.
Yeah, and if that's how... yeah.
Ooh.
That one's cool. Look at that.
Ooh.
I just noticed that this side is actually got I don't know. Oh, they're about the same. It looked like it showed up on camera just a little bit different. Oh no, it's because it's got a little bit of green in there.
Oh, it's got the green.
So so for the green screen, it's a little messed up. But
That's
yeah,
kind of funny, actually. That one's pretty.
yeah. This one, like I said, that one. These are both Levitation session. Levitation is a place where many different artists have gone to perform live and they record it. So it's like
I keep getting the King Gizzard Levitation in my Facebook feed.
I already have a couple copies of that. So
It just cracks me up because I don't really listen to Giz, but I did today in the car.
Did you?
Shut up.
Did you now?
I listened to Catching Smoke 'cause that song is like super catchy.
Oh, it's kind of hard to see because look at the screen. It's got green squirrel in there. So yeah, just imagine like a light green color. Yeah, I mean, hold on. I don't know if you can see my face or not.
No.
No, well, you can see the background through me. Yeah, that was a stupid question. Can you see my face? That's not how the cameras work. But yeah, no, there you go. It's like sea green.
It is like sea green. We'll have to post pictures of that on Instagram
Yeah.
since it doesn't show up very well. And we are on Instagram if you want to check us out.
Yep, we're on Instagram. We don't have Facebook. I don't know if we will. We might. And we do. Okay, so this is going to be our normal show. Obviously, this is episode 1, as you saw from the title, where we're going to be mostly just talking kind of through a list of things that, are about the same each week. Thoughts, topics, ideas, maybe some vinyl. And then the other plan would be completely independent. We'll do a late night stream on Twitch. We'll probably smoke a cigar and
Hang out
and kind of just do interaction with anybody
Shoot the breeze.
Anybody who wants to join.
I almost said a bad word.
Yep. Shoot the S.
Exactly.
So looking through everything, and I guess there's really only one other rant that I had.
Ooh.
And did we kind of talk about it? Not really, but it's in the same vein, right? When you're scrolling through social media, I keep seeing a lot of these memes about, a smart husband doesn't say anything to his wife or whatever it is, or...
What have you been scrolling?
No, I don't know. It shows up a lot. It seems like it's from the old timers, like, a smart man says nothing.
Oh.
Type deal. And I've seen these quite a lot. And I don't know if it's maybe just...
That's your algorithm. I don't know.
You don't ever see those?
No, you need to start sending them to me.
Okay.
So I can save them up and send them to you when I'm angry at you.
Well, but so it gets to me, though. But, okay. So it's not only that, but it also is, like, funny, not funny relationship type things.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Like, if you really feel that way, just get divorced.
Yeah, just split up. I mean, I don't... to me, it's just the... well, okay, I get it. Having, we've both been in bad relationships before. I get you're in it, and you don't realize it until you're out of it.
Yeah.
And I feel, like, really bad, because I think some people are still, like, in bad relationships that are not mutually beneficial to each other.
And don't stay together for the kids.
If
it's a toxic environment, everyone's better. Like,
the kids will remember how just they will grow up to imitate that. I
Yep,
think.
I think so.
But I think that the point that that when I see these type of things, it's like I don't know if it's is it a cry for help by saying how bad the relationship is in a joking way, or is it that they can't even see that? I don't know.
I don't know, but I made a joke about strangling you once, and Facebook banned me for 3 days. Now, that wasn't a cry for help. That was over him saying something that I don't even remember now. I don't remember what it was, but it was like so silly and obviously a joke.
Right.
But no, that was not a cry for help. But no, I get that. Like, oh, hee hee, this is so funny. It's not true, guys. It's really not true. But yeah, it is true. Like, just I want my husband to shut up all the time because I'm right, and I want to get what I want all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm the wife, and happy wife, happy life. Hee hee.
I think that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
A good husband doesn't say anything because happy wife, and I think it just, to me,
I don't get that
I
mentality in a
read that
relationship.
and I'm like, that sounds so toxic.
It does.
That sounds so. That should not be normalized.
Should it not be like happy husband, happy wife, happy life? Because that's kind of the way it works.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that my better half helps me be a better person.
Exactly.
I think that we do. Oh my
And
gosh.
that's part of. Shut up. That's part of why we're doing this too, because I think we do bring a good balance to each other,
Yeah.
like a really good balance. I bounce ideas off of you. You bounce ideas off of me. Oh, you did it. No, I knew you were gonna do that.
What?
Anywho, I don't know what I was gonna say now because I just got Tyrannosaurus armed or something. I don't even know what that was. No, do not do it again.
Okay.
I've lost my train of thought because I got Tyrannosaurus.
Anyway, so I think that's a good show. I think that's a wrap.
I think it's a wrap. I think we have a lot to talk about in future episodes.
I think so. Yeah,
Especially
I'm
once
excited.
we get feedback from people and kind of see what. It's kind of random, and that's fine, I feel. But like we had an agenda, really agenda. I mean, we went through it pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we definitely talked through it. We came up with some of our own ideas that we didn't share so that we could get each other's true reaction. Kind of the whole, that video falling down and all that kind of stuff. And,
Oh my gosh.
just kind of thoughts that we have throughout the week that we, instead of talking about it on the back porch,
Right.
we bring it here and we can talk about it so we get real-time reaction. But hey, thanks everybody for listening, sticking with us to the end. We appreciate your time. We hope we hope you enjoyed watching us and we provided some content that you enjoy.
Yep.
Please let us know by what you guys think.
Check us out on Instagram. We're at Suburban Echo.
Yep.
Twitch, Suburban Echo. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm sorry.
Why? Yeah, you are.
Okay. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Is YouTube like, don't promote Twitch?
Oh, no, whatever.
Okay, see, I don't know how this stuff works. We'll make an announcement on probably Instagram when we're probably going to do our next stream. That'll
Yep.
probably be the easiest. Let you guys know in advance. We don't even know yet, but I'm thinking Saturday nights maybe.
Friday or Saturday nights.
Friday or Saturdays. Make it our date night.
Yeah, come out here, have a
Hang out
cigar.
with you.
And
Oh.
then we can talk about all the other things that happen throughout the week that we don't want to necessarily put in the show.
Yep.
But we'll please,
We'll hang out with you guys.
Yep.
All of you. All of y'all.
all y'all.
Thank you for watching.
All right, take care, guys. Thank you. Bye.